of ShareLove.Fund. Today we are in week 24 of our RYT 200 registered yoga teacher training. Week 24 is dancer pose. I will quickly show you what that is and then we will warm up to actually do it. You can start in a quad. It's a balancing pose. I'll do it on the other side in case you're following along so that we're warmed up evenly. So you can start with a quad stretch, extend a hand in front of you, and then use it as a balancing pose as well as a stretch. But let's warm up into that. We will do some spinal stretches, some quad stretches. Get really loose. We'll do some balancing poses to increase our focus, and then we'll go into dancer. Please take a comfortable seated position and we will get started. You can be on your knees if that's comfortable, even in a chair if you want to modify for a chair yoga version. Let's just take a few breaths together. You can breathe in your nose and out your mouth, or whatever suits you. Just try to find the natural rhythm of your breath. I'm going to turn on this light from one of our graduates. It's a beautiful reminder that you can drive out darkness with light. You just have to remember to turn on the lights. So that's a Dumbledore quote for Harry Potter fans. Let's take a few breaths together. Inhale and exhale, shake it all out. Inhale and exhale, shake it all out. Inhale and exhale, shake it all out. On the next inhale, let's come forward for a forward fold. And just let your body drop. Let your torso rest and stretch. Walk your hands to one side and really just feel that stretch on the side body. Walking your hands to the other side. Coming up, we'll get at the stretch in a different way. We're using rainbow arms. As you all know by now, in week 24, that rainbow arms is one of my favorite poses. ShareLove.Fund was created to serve incarcerated women, and we love to say that you can create a rainbow in any situation with your arms just by imagining to paint the ceiling with a rainbow. We're proud that for each of our paying degree students, we can give a second chance to level the playing field with our free vocational training degrees. Reach, 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 and let it go. Reach, 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 and let it go. Let's warm up our neck. So you can put your head to one side. If you want to increase the sensation, you can put a hand on it, shaking out the opposite shoulder, and really just trying to create length in the neck. Stretching takes time. It can be a little boring. There's no shortcuts for enduring results. So we're just going to spend some time here. Be prepared. But that's how we get all that crunchy crunch out of our necks. You can place both hands behind your head and just breathe through it. Asking yourself, what am I holding on to? What if I just let go? Using your other hand, you can apply a little pressure on your head. Again, shaking out that shoulder, just letting it drop. If it feels good, you can give yourself a little self-massage on your neck to just try to loosen it up. Loosen up that connection where your neck meets your shoulder. So often we harbor tension in our neck. And this is an opportunity to slow down and just breathe through it. Instead of cramming facts down students in the RYT 200 training, which this is, my philosophy is to help you relax and restore, and then you will be in the best position possible to exercise your good judgment and solve a lot of the problems that we can't prepare you for because they're specific situations. So that's sort of where self-care comes in. Lift your head up and turn it to one side, really stretching and looking, exercising that peripheral vision. And all the way to the other side. Again, really stretching and exercising that peripheral vision. Let's do some head nods, so back. And here we're stretching the whole throat area. You may feel more comfortable to have your mouth open. If this does not feel good for you, or if you feel sharp shooting pain, that is a bad sign and you should not do it. But to the extent it feels like a release, go for it. When you feel ready, slowly bring your head up and forward. Rolling your shoulders forward and then back. Rotating your neck slowly all the way around. We can call this head clocks. And then rotating your neck all the way around on the other side. Do that again. And this time just kind of hanging out at each point, really stretching the neck. The purpose of stretching it is to gain a release because we harbor a lot of tension in our neck, and that can contribute to upper back pain and so forth. Let's do it on the other side. So we'll do head clocks, but in the other direction. Again, letting go of the shoulders for the maximum benefit. Rainbowing the arms over. This time tucking the elbow in closer to the body and see how you feel. Do you feel a little more open up? Does this rainbow arms feel like it did the first time we did it? Or do you feel a little more open? Each pose may feel different on you each day, but also within a class, you may have different sensations with each pose, just by whether you are warmed up or not. Extend and release. Inhale the arms up and cross them over, giving yourself a really big hug. And kind of walk your fingers around and see what that stretch feels like. Take a few breaths. Inhale the arms up, bend one elbow down, give it a tug. You can reach your hand around and see if your hands can connect for a little deeper stretch. Not only is this stretching your arms and shoulders, but it's also helping you have a more erect posture. It's also increasing mind-body awareness as you have to reach for your hands behind your back where you can't use vision to help. Slowly release, shake it all out. You can do a little backstroke to kind of really shake that out. And some butterfly stroke to get the shoulders all warmed up. I'll try that on the other side. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, bend the elbow, give it a little tug. Reach the other arm around and connect your hands. And we'll just be here a while to really experience the benefit of the stretch. It'll be a little boring, but enduring results are a little bit monotonous to earn. Keeping your spine long, just continue to breathe into it, allowing yourself to get even deeper into the nooks and crannies of this stretch. When you're ready, you can shake it all out. Inhale the arms up, let them drop down. Inhale the arms up again, drop one, bring the other to the side, give it a hug. You can even give yourself a pat on the back. Stretch out the arms long, switch sides, give it another hug. You can give yourself a pat on the back. Let's warm up our spine a little bit by laying on the mat. Slowly come down vertebrae by vertebrae. The purpose of doing this is to engage our core. All balancing poses require core strength. So in working our core a little bit, we're warming up into the balancing pose. Here, inhale the knees in. Kind of warm up the spine by rocking side to side. Exhale, both knees to one side. You can bring a leg down. And here, just do a spinal stretch. So this is a restorative spinal stretch. And it's a really nice way to warm up your spine, but also improve your posture. Twists are also known to be cleansing. And to get the maximum benefits of this, we're just going to hang out here for a while. You can use this time as a time to draw inward and really concentrate on your breath. Place your chin opposite where your knee is pointing, so you have a full body twist. Your toes are in one direction and your nose is in the other. Using gravity to draw you inward towards the mat, you feel a twist. And really just surrender to it. Ask yourself, what are you holding on to? You're already on the ground. You're not going to fall if you let go. Are you really totally relaxed? You can give yourself a little self-massage in your jaw or in the space between your brows to really check in and see, can I relax just a little bit more? Can I fall just a little bit deeper into this spinal twist? Breathing a little more into it. You can place a hand on your thigh and kind of push it down. If you have to choose between touching the ground with your knee or touching the ground with your shoulder, for safety, ground your shoulder first and then place some pressure on your thigh. Don't actually place pressure on your knee. Place pressure on your thigh and encourage your leg to stretch a little further, but keep your shoulder grounded. You can inhale the knees into chest, shake it out again by rolling side to side, massaging the back. Bring the chin into chest and slowly roll the head back, vertebrae by vertebrae. This helps keep the spine long. I'm trying to figure out what to do with my hoodie. It's live, so we have the blips and bloopers. So chin into chest, slowly rolling your head back. We're rocking side to side and massaging out the spine. Let's go into happy baby. So here we try to keep the sacrum down on the mat, the neck on the mat as well. And we're just doing a hamstring stretch. You can get a little deeper stretch by grabbing on to your heels. Again, you can rock back and forth and have a little fun with this one. And just really experience the stretch. So we're just using this as an opportunity to lengthen the hamstrings. And all that lengthening will help as we get into dancer pose. We're also using this stretch to warm up the spine and going side to side. You might feel little cracks as your body loosens up and falls into place. You can just breathe through this stretch and see if you get a little deeper into it. Inhale the knees in. Again, you can give yourself a little hug. And exhale with your knees on the opposite side. You can straighten out your bottom leg and put one hand on your thigh. Ground your shoulder to the other side. Have your chin opposite your knee. And do a spinal twist on this side. Make an observation of if the two sides feel different, then why. I'll be silent for a few minutes so you can internalize your experience and really enjoy the benefits of the release of this stretch. can think of your breath as a bubble, and that when you breathe into a tight area, you can imagine your breath as a bubble expanding to really open up the tight spots in that area. We'll take a few more breaths here, really enjoying the stretch, enjoying how the resistance declines as we hold the position. And it's an opportunity to get deeper into the movement. When you're ready, you can bring the knees into the chest. Give yourself a little hug. And now we'll stretch the glutes. Cross your legs like you're having a tea party. Grab a hold of your ankles. You can pull them out as wings. And you'll feel a stretch on one side. Depending on how flexible you are to get a good stretch, this might just be enough, or you might need to bring your legs out a little more, or you can wrap your hands underneath your ankles and really give it a shove to get a deeper stretch. Again, we'll hold this for a while because the glutes are a really stubborn muscle and it takes a long time to make progress with them. It's such a large muscle that it really is a lot of work to stretch it, so we will hold this for a while. While you're here, you can have your ankles rotate a little bit one way, so we're warming them up as well. And then you can have your ankles roll the other way. Point and flex, point and flex, a little ankle rotation. For balancing poses, you want to have nice, strong ankles. And although it sounds counterintuitive, sometimes that helps to warm them up for increased stability. We'll just spend a few more breaths here. You may have noticed a decline in sensation. And that is your body saying, okay, fine, I see that you mean business. I'll stop resisting the stretch. And that's where the real progress is made. You can give yourself another hug, rocking back and forth. This time we can engage our core and push up to a shoulder stand. So if you want to get into this pose, you can kind of shimmy your shoulders under a little bit and just push up. Use your hands to support you. You can stretch the back of the neck a little bit by going into plow. And then slowly bend the knees and roll out of it, again, giving yourself a little hug. We can stretch the glute on the other side by crossing our legs like we're going to a tea party, grabbing a hold of opposite ankles. If you want a deeper stretch, you can reach under. And just observe how this side feels compared to the other side. If you don't feel the stretch at all, you can kind of lift your leg up or around and kind of feel where you can get a stretch in the glute. You can modify to pigeon. This is sort of like an upside down pigeon. So definitely don't waste your time. If this is not doing anything for you, then modify to get that sensation. It's not about what we look like, it's about the release we're getting. So for somebody, this might be a big stretch for them. And that's awesome because they're getting a big release. For someone else, this might not feel like anything and they need to give their ankles a little more of a tug. So wherever you are, just make sure that you're getting some kind of release because that's where the growth happens. That's the progress. We're just going to spend a few minutes here. Think about your breath as expanding the area. You can grab a hold of your toes and really use this by placing some weight on the sides of your feet. You can use this as a way to stretch your feet. Give your knees a little hug and rock side to side again. With an inhale, do another rock and come into half boat pose. Again, to engage the core. Dancer pose is a balancing pose, as we discussed. It requires core strength, so we'll fire up the core a little bit. Inhale, the arms up, bring a leg across the side. Firmly plant the sits bones, and we're going to continue that glute stretch by doing half Lord of the Fishes. Exhale and twist. And when you twist here, also look around the room so that you're exercising your peripheral vision as well. Inhale, arms up, and exhale, twist on the other side. Shake it out. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. You can kind of bend one leg to get a deeper stretch on the side and see what that feels like. This helps really isolate the side body and gain length in that connection where the torso meets the hips. You can bend the other knee. Maybe you feel the stretch in your side body. Maybe you feel the stretch in your hamstring. You'll feel it in your tightest point. Exhale, both legs out together. Again, we're just going to be here a while because this is where the length comes. Just by giving it time. If you want to bring your feet in closer together, you can interlace your fingers and stretch it out, or grab hold of your calves, or you can use a belt. You don't need a fancy yoga prop belt. You can use any belt. I don't recommend using the workout elastic bands because they stretch, so you think you're doing more than you actually are. On a belt, you can actually mark your progress by knowing what the loops are, or a yoga belt doesn't give way. So I'm a big proponent that you don't need anything except yourself, and to the extent you want to use a prop, there's always something around the house that you can exercise your own creativity to figure out how to make it do the job you want. You really just don't hold back, don't hold any tension in your back or shoulders. And just let your body elongate. Slowly roll up, and we'll do half Lord of the Fishes on the other side. So bring the other foot around, firmly planting your sits bones on the mat. Inhale, arms up, and exhale, doing a twist. Even having your eyes look as far back as they can to increase your peripheral vision. Inhale the arms up and exhale on the other side. If you feel a little warmed up, maybe you want to take off a layer. I know I'm getting a little warmed up doing this too. Okay, so let's now start getting to business. So come to tabletop, and we'll warm up with some cat-cows. So this will help increase spinal flexibility, which will be great in dancer pose because it requires a curved spine. So as we do the cat-cows, feel free to move around a little bit. So I'm rocking a little back and forward. And you can also push one hip out, straighten the arms, and feel a stretch. You can come down to child's pose and just kind of walk the hands around. So this draws upon what we're doing when we were rainbowing our arms. But this is a different way to get at it. We're going to hold this a while as well. If it's more comfortable, you can do a wide-legged child's pose. Inhale, arms forward. And then walking it to the side to really get a stretch in the side body. So we're trying to keep the sits bones grounded on the heels, but also stretching at the same time forward. So it's like opposites, keeping the tailbone down and the hands to the wall. So it's not possible, but that's the idea of yoga, to work in opposites. You can walk the hands to the front and to the other side. Really stretching the side body. When you feel ready, we'll come back up to tabletop. And do some more cat-cows and see how it feels now that we did that. We'll push our hip out to the other side. Stretch so that we're even on both sides, because we did that on the other side. We want to make sure we're symmetrical. And we can go what I call around the world, around, just continuing to loosen up that spine. You can imagine a string at the top of your back pulling you up and coming back down. Here you can roll your neck around one way and roll your neck around the other way. From cat-cow, let's push up into down dog. This is our first down dog of the class, so we'll be gentle. You can bend your knees to really gain connection between your torso and your thighs. And then when you're ready, you can pedal out your feet. Lifting the heels up and down. Lifting them up and down. Fingers wide. Engaging your abdomen. Remembering that this is a warm-up for a peak pose, dancer pose, which is a balancing pose where we will need to engage core strength, and thinking about that to engage our abdomen. Engaging the abdomen and the glutes, jump up. Exhale, forward fold. To the extent that it doesn't make you dizzy, we're going to hang out here and just continue to stretch the hamstrings. You can put your hands under your feet. And we'll bend one knee to get a deeper stretch. Relaxing the shoulders, just letting it all go. Really isolating one side. Letting your body know there's no place to go but longer. So it should just let you do that. Oh wait, bend the other leg and straighten the other leg, so we switch sides. So now it should feel like a more intense stretch. On the other side, just really trying to isolate and elongate. Exhale and inhale. Both legs straight. You can walk out the hands a little bit. Hold opposite elbows. Shimmy the heels out a little bit too. And just use gravity to let yourself enjoy the maximum benefits of this hamstring stretch, as well as the whole back body. Even the neck. You can shake your head no, shake your head yes. The shoulders. And just really enjoying the whole benefit. You can wrap your hands behind your legs if you want to kind of encourage yourself to get a little deeper than even gravity will allow, to be a little more of a pancake. Wherever you feel the stretch is the tightest part on you, so most people feel it in their hamstrings. You may also feel it in your glutes or back. You'll always feel the stretch in the tightest part. Exhale, slowly warm up, roll up vertebrae by vertebrae. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Let's go right into our sun salutation A. Inhale, half bend, left leg back, right leg back to plank. From plank, knees, chest, chin, cobra. From cobra, down dog. From down dog, inhale the right knee in, step it forward. Inhale the left knee in, step it forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half bend. Inhale all the way up. Tadasana. Let's do the sun salutation A on the other side. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half bend. I don't remember what leg we went back on, but I'll do this leg. So, opposite leg this time. Plank. Knees, chest, chin. Cobra. Down dog. Inhale the left knee in, step it forward. The right one, step it forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half bend. Arms up. Tadasana. So that was sun salutation A, just the standard one. Now we're going to add in the pose we learned last week, which was tree pose. And then the pose we are covering this week, which is dancer pose. So if you're wearing socks like I am, I recommend that you get rid of them because you don't want to slip. Okay, so we'll spice up our sun salutation with those two poses and then reward you with a little savasana. Let's do it. All right, inhale from Tadasana. Inhale, arms up, upward salute. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half bend. Exhale, right leg back, left leg back, plank. From plank, knees, chest, chin. Cobra. Down dog. Down dog is always our point of insertion. So we're going to inhale our left knee in, step it forward, our right knee in, step it forward. So we'll spice this up in a flowy way by coming up to Tadasana, stepping to, we'll step into straddle. Inhale the arms up, exhale forward fold, twist, twisted wide-legged straddle, shimmy the feet in, inhale arms up, we'll do tree on with our left leg standing. And from tree, we will start with a quad stretch and then exhale into dancer to your comfort level. So yoga should be fun. So if you're wobbling around like I am, just have fun with it. Don't judge yourself. And it's a practice, not a perfect. The worse you are today, the more room there is to improve. So that's what it's all about. Just trying stuff and wiggling and wobbling a little bit. So, okay, I think just don't want to do it today. I don't know what the deal is, but I'm going to try over here. And just have fun with it. You can come in and out of it, but you should do it to the point where you feel like you've done your best effort. Okay, I just want to try one more time. The cool thing about balancing poses is they require a lot of focus. Often it's more about the head game than the physical. Well, I want to go further, but my balance is not letting me. So that is also something to play around with. Like sometimes I want to stretch all the way, but when I go into that deeper stretch, I can't hold it. So sometimes to really concentrate on the balance, maybe you don't go as far. And then the times that you want to really stretch, maybe you hold on to a wall. And so you can use, with the same pose, you can focus on different things. Like, do you just want to focus on balance? If so, maybe do it a little smaller. If you want to focus on the stretch, maybe hold on to something. But anyway, we are filming live, so you see it uncut, whatever it may be. So it's a practice, not a perfect. So anyway, so we come out of dancer. And let's, from here, let's go into warrior 1, warrior 2, reverse warrior, extended side angle, triangle. From triangle, let's go into low lunge and step it back into down dog. That is where we will continue the sun salutation. Inhale, the right knee in, step it forward, left knee in, step it forward, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half bend, arms all the way up, upper glute Tadasana. Let's do that on the other side. Inhale, arms up, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half bend. Exhale, the left leg back, the right leg back, plank. From plank, knees, chest, chin. Cobra. Down dog. From down dog, inhale, the left knee in, step it forward, the right knee in. Then I can't remember what we did here. I think we came up and then we did a wide-legged straddle. So let's do that. Inhale, arms up, exhale, forward fold. Twisted wide-legged straddle. Twisted wide-legged straddle. Then we shimmied our feet in and we did tree pose on our left leg, but now we're going to do it on our right leg. So tree pose was the pose we learned last week. This week is dancer pose. So in this series C of our sun salutation, it's really sun salutation A. It's just the share method. We spice up the sun salutations with 9 poses each, and we create 5 spiced up sun salutations this way. This is a way we found was an easy way for incarcerated women to learn 45 poses, even if they were illiterate, because our system is based on repetition. So last week, we did sun salutation A and only did this tree pose to spice it up. This week, we're doing sun salutation A and we're spicing it up with 2 things. This tree pose, and then we're spicing it up with dancer. So we start in the quad and exhale. Coming back to the quad stretch and shaking it out. Okay, from here, what did we do? We did warrior one, but we'll do it on the other side. So warrior one, drop the arms to warrior two, reverse warrior, reverse warrior, extended side angle, straighten the leg to pyramid. From pyramid, come down to lunge. From lunge, back to downward dog, just like this sun salutation was never interrupted. From downward dog, step one leg forward, step the other, exhale, forward fold, inhale, half bend, come all the way up, and Tadasana. So now you have learned the pose of the week, and you learned it in the context of repetition, of spicing up our sun salutation A. We will continue to add one more pose to that sun salutation through week 31, and then week 32 will be a cumulative review. But now these last few minutes, let's just take a moment to catch our breath. You can inhale and exhale. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Just honoring yourself in the practice. Allowing the hips to open up and stretch. Again, we'll be here for a while. People have said in their comments, make me a pretzel. Well, that is slow, tenuous work. But you can kind of just lay around while you're doing it like we are now. So here we're snoozing on the job, but it is opening up the hips, and this is a great way to get a release, reduce anxiety. And a lot of our comments have been that people want to learn the middle splits, and so and being a pancake, and this is a way to really open all of that up. So we're gonna just spend a little bit of time here. If you feel uncomfortable on your forehead, this is an eye pillow, or you can use a sweatshirt or whatever you want. You can just put it under your forehead. So you can really just melt into the ground. Thinking about lengthening your spine forward while grounding your hips back. Here you can walk your hands to one side. Again, the concept of those rainbow arms, or when we were doing the cat-cows and pushing the hip to the side. Really just elongate that side body, feel the release. Studies have shown that you can let go of tension by talking about it in therapy or whatnot, but also that when we physically loosen up our bodies, we can let go of feelings that we've harbored, even if we can't articulate what we've let go of. So nothing here is medical advice, so please talk to a doctor or healthcare practitioner if you want specific information. All I can give is anecdotal information that you can take with a grain of salt. But the idea is that we can really get to a great mental state by working on the physical body, because it's related. There is a mind-body connection. We have a lot of tension all through our back. Inhale and exhale forward and walking our hands to the other side and getting that same side body stretch on this side. Walking the hands up. We'll come back to the mat. Exhaling, vertebrae by vertebrae. Having your heels together. We'll do a Savasana in goddess pose to really open up those hips. If it feels comfortable to you, if you want to also do a heart opener, you can take a blanket or what you can find around your house. You can roll it up, place it between your shoulder blades. If you have an eye pillow, then you're welcome to use it. Welcome to turn off the lights. And by placing something like this behind your back, it can really open up your shoulder blades. If you're not comfortable with your head hanging, you can use a bolster to support it. Unfortunately on YouTube, I can't set everyone up, but please take time to set yourself up for Savasana. You can have your arms to the side, or cactus pose to really open up the shoulder blades, kind of reducing all that text neck, as we call it, or typing. Inhale the chin to chest, and then slowly roll the head back. You can give yourself a little self-massage between the temples, lowering the jaw. Gently part the lips. And by doing this, you're really opening up the area in the shoulders. You're opening up the area in the hips. By connecting the soles of your feet together, you are gaining connection in your body. And this is a restorative pose to sort of undo all that slouched posture we have during the day. So I'll be silent for a little bit as you draw inward, and just really use this as an opportunity to open up. When you feel ready, you can slowly bring your awareness back by placing your ear to your cushion on one side and slowly rolling your neck to the other side. We'll do this really slowly so you can take a minute just stretching your neck on one side. Maybe you want to give yourself a little self-massage. And I'll give you a cue when we'll stretch our neck to the other side. Slowly bring your chin to the other side. And again, you can give yourself a little self-massage here if that feels right. Slowly bringing awareness back to your feet. Walk your feet to the sides of the mat and begin to windshield wiper your knees down. So bringing one knee down. And this is a bit of a spinal stretch. And kind of brings awareness back to the hips. Can gain a little bit of a spinal stretch by bringing one knee down. And then to the extent it serves you, you can put another foot on it. And then have your chin point opposite of your knee. And this way you're getting a spinal twist. And a hip stretch all in one. We'll spend a minute to sort of sink into it. bringing your feet to both sides of the mat. We'll windshield wiper the knees again, keeping the spine warm. And when you feel ready, we'll drop the other knee down, place the foot on top of it to get a little deeper of a stretch. Have your nose opposite your knee. And do a little spinal stretch here. Bringing the knees into chest, bringing both knees to the side, straightening the legs, straightening the other arm out, placing the hand on the hip, and just really, again, just trying to stretch that spine again. You can bring the leg down and just breathe into it. Inhale the knees into chest. Bring the knees to the other side. And straighten the leg. And again, just really try to feel that spinal stretch. Bring your knees into chest and slowly roll to one side. Take time to get up slowly. You may feel a little lightheaded. When you feel ready, you can push up to a comfortable seated position. And just observe how you feel. How has this practice served you? Let's take a few breaths together, and then we will conclude this class. Inhale light and love, compassion and curiosity. Exhale all that doesn't serve you. Honoring yourself for the work that you've done today. Honoring this practice. And feeling empowered that you've taken this step forward in earning your RYT 200 yoga teaching degree so that you may be a leader, whether it is on or off the mat. Namaste. May the light in me be the light in you. Have a blessed day. I want to just take a moment to make a little announcement. If you enjoyed this class and you are not currently enrolled in our RYT 200, please sign up at ShareLove.Fund/train. When you pay for a degree, it not only is an investment in yourself, but it is also an investment in an at-risk youth or woman, especially our prenatal ward of the incarcerated women that we serve. We're able to provide a full scholarship for the equivalent degree that every paid student signs up for. In addition, if you would like teaching experience, please email yoga@sharelove.fund to teach for a cause. My name is Ashley Share. I'm the founder and CEO. I teach for free for a cause. It has been a wonderful experience, and I encourage other people to gain exposure as yoga teachers and also volunteer to teach for a cause. We are a IRS verified 501c3 charitable institution. All gifts are tax deductible to the fullest extent allowed under U.S. law. Gifts include gifts in time, which can include your teaching hours. So it may be possible to get a tax deduction for your Teach for a Cause hours. So please consider us and have a blessed day. Namaste.